What is happening, everybody? Sir Joseph coming your way. This is Final Fantasy IX Weapon Man Run. Let's go ahead and get inside the Gulug volcano. Mount Gulug, right? Yeah, Mount Gulug is what they call it. And yeah. So this area has some pretty familiar music if you've played Final Fantasy I. Music here is a remix of the volcano music in that game. So there you go. Is it a direct reference to the volcano in Final Fantasy I? Who knows? But yeah, so here it is. Yeah, there's some good stuff you can get here, which is pretty difficult to find. Well, not really difficult to find, but more like you gotta really go out of your way to get it. But it's good stuff. Oh, also, here is the reason why I brought Vivi. The Robe of Lords will reduce wind damage by 100%. We fight mini-bosses in this area that will use attacks that do wind elemental damage. So, however, the stuff that we own that protects against the wind elemental stuff isn't that great, as you just saw with the bronze armor. So, I think I do have some stuff that will reduce wind damage. Like, there you go. Gold Choker is pretty good for Freya there. Let's see. I don't think any light armor provides defense against wind at all. So yeah, or any of this headgear either. No, this headgear will grant you wind defense from wind elemental. So yeah, everything else is gonna be up to luck, which is why I got Vivi, because I'm gonna need him. Everyone else, we're gonna have to hope. And you fight these mini bosses on 3 different occasions. So yeah. Here's hoping it's not a big problem. As you can see, there they are flying right above us. Yeah, so. But if you want to get all the treasure and all the items in this area, you're going to need to fight these enemies. So, yeah. Good stuff. Anyways, this is like the main little path of the mountain. Got some good treasure here. Got Demon's Mail. Cool. Good. Other stuff here, not really. And you get like little tips on how to operate the main lever of this area. It's this thing, which we'll go to and try and work it later on. But I want to give this Moogle a letter first. There you go. And yeah. So yes, the reason why I haven't been getting mail is because this Moogle apparently has been doing some pretty bad stuff to whatever the stuff that Magrika was talking about. So this is all a lead into a harmless but fun side quest, but a rewarding side quest. I don't think it's really fun, but it's definitely rewarding for sure. So there you go. Okay, cool. I think I want to go back up and explore a little bit more. I accidentally full screened my game footage, so I gotta had to look. It's like really, yeah. I had to look a different way, but I put my laptop somewhere else, and now I can see a little better. So, anyways, yeah. So let's go in here and get some treasure. Good. It's a golden hairpin. Nice. that's about it, I think, for this little area. Yeah. Cool. There are enemies in here, but it's like I said in the desert, just like the Desert Palace, the what's it called? The encounter rate for any area, really, has been reduced a lot. So there you go. And also there's a glitch in this version too. You pull that rope down and we're climbing on air. Here we're climbing on air. I don't know how I do it, but whatever. Yeah, there's more stuff I can get. I know it for sure. Just been avoiding it. Let's see. There's other stuff I want to get. Let me go in here. No, there's another Moogle. Cool. And yeah, alright, cool. Mogtanka. Yeah. I think Mulan has a letter for him, I believe. Alright, get ready. Jump scare comes up. Oh, big dragon. Not really a big dragon, but yeah. There's a dragon. Red dragons. These are the mini bosses I was talking about. And you'd think because they're red, they will use fire attacks, right? Nope, not in this game. They use wind attacks in this game. And there's only one of them here. It's pretty easy. Should go down quick. However, I want to keep Zidane on standby, just in case it does anything crazy. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Alright, cool. Forgot to give Dragon Killer to Freya, but I think we'll be okay. What with Amaranth doing 7,000 damage. Actually, these enemies count. They're flying enemies. They're birds. They count as bird types. And also, here's the reason why I pushed the level capacity to 30, because you get tons of XP from those enemies. And why Vivi has level up equipped, I have no idea. Should not have that equipped. That body temperature equipped, actually. And clear head, I guess. I guess I can give him high tide. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm giving him clear head because he doesn't have enough for high tide. Yeah, see, there you go. Good. Yeah, bird killer. Actually, we get accuracy plus there. That's pretty nice. Yes, even without bird killer, look how much damage Amaranth was doing without bird killer equipped. So what happens? You see, yeah, again, that now good. And add status, because I believe the claws that Amaranth has can fight some pretty awesome statuses. Can't it? Let's see. Eh, trouble. Guess it's cool. And for that, we get an elixir. Nice. I believe there's also something over here. No, there is not. Okay. Whatever. Let's go back down there. I'm surprised I haven't fought any enemies here. The enemies in this area, actually, when I first got this game when I was in high school, I would grind here quite a bit. Like, I really would. Because, I don't know, I just liked grinding here. The enemies are easy to kill and other stuff like that. But then I learned a much better method of power grinding in this game, which I will definitely show off. It's not really compatible with my no magic policy challenge, whatever. But if you are using magic, you can definitely do it. Let's see. I think I already went through here, didn't I? Yeah. I do have this one little complaint about this game, is that that's a lot of money. Is that like the hit boxes, for lack of a better word, for the field commands, or whatever you want to call it. This thing, this little exclamation point that appears over your player's head to interact with stuff. It's not really, it's not really too responsive. Yeah. So there's another jump scare. Another pair of dragons. I was certain there's some other area that I didn't explore, but I'm not gonna worry about it. But I'm not gonna care. Alright, more dragons. I should have recovered my hit points. There's aerial slash. The problem with all this wind stuff is that it does random damage, so you never know who's gonna get hurt the most by it. And Amaranth just got killed. That's very unfortunate. This could be really bad. Especially since, yeah, that's not good. A decent shot by Freya. But we need Amaranth for sure. The attack I don't want these dragons to use is Twister. Twister is very dangerous. And as you can see, their physicals are doing enough damage for me to really worry. And I even have to use my elixirs, of which I have several, so I don't really care. But still, it's annoying. Let's see what happens. Well, Freya got recovered. And Amaranth's gonna go down. I'm gonna have Freya jump here. Oh boy. Oh, this could be bad. This could be very bad. It wasn't bad. Good. Still want Freya to get out of there. This way, she can avoid whatever damage the dragons will deal. Hopefully we will take one of them out. That Amaranth's done. Yeah, these enemies can... These dragons can do tons of damage with their aerial slash and twister abilities. It can get pretty bad. Alright, there's one at least. Very good. Decent damage by Zidane there. Gonna have Freya jump again. Actually, oh no, whoa. Zidane, everyone's probably gonna die here, except Vivi. Yeah, so... all I really need is for Amaranth to survive a little bit. This was what I did not want. Yeah, Amaranth's dead again. Fortunately, Vivi's defense power is insane too. So, Vivi can last by himself, as long as necessary. I want the dragon to attack first before using the Phoenix down. Because these dragons can do one of two things. They can either use dive as a physical attack, as you just saw, or they'll use wind-based attacks. So, I want to see what this dragon's going to do before anything else. Perfect. Yeah, good. Yeah, dealing with these fights, if you don't have wind protection, can be very, very annoying. I'm just gonna take this guy out with Vivi. I'm literally just gonna fight him with Vivi, like one-on-one. And let Vivi get, like, all 20 or 30,000 XP. See, look at that. Yeah, the dive ain't doing anything. So, Vivi's gonna be MVP here. He's gonna collect all the XP, all the AP that he needs. It's gonna ruin the level average. But what I will do is not use him in the next boss. For the next boss over here. We'll see. Yeah, so. Yeah, now, okay, here, perfect. It's silenced. So now, let's see. Oh, and I could still do aerial slash and stuff. Never mind. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long fight, people. It's gonna be a very long fight. I can't cast Twister, but aerial slash is a physical attack. I'll see if I can revive the rest of the players here. Let's see if I can do it without. Oh, perfect. Nice. Let's go get Amaranth back up to where he needs to be. Perfect. Good. Alright, nice. As one by one, I guess we can revive everybody. Since it's trying to cast a Twister and nothing happening. Perfect. No, I'm gonna go ahead and use my elixirs this way. I'm not wasting turns here. Using stuff. Perfect. So all I have to do is just silence this thing. Good. I should be able to take him out now easily. Let's see what happens. Not even gonna bother healing Zidane. Yeah, there you go. 9999. Wow. That's why Amaranth. That's why I needed Amaranth. Because he can blow some enemies up. So you look at that. Vivi would have gotten 40,000 some odd XP from all this, from these two dragons alone. That would have pushed me well above the level cap. So, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. I was certain there was another area that had the red dragons and stuff, where you got treasures or whatever. Because this leads to the, yeah, this leads over to where they're keeping Eiko, so. Uh-oh, yeah, and Zorn and Thorn are doing the exact same ritual with Eiko that they did with Sarah back when at Alexandria. But what kind of vitalins are innate with Eiko? Kuja knows. So yeah, and Garnet sees this, and she does not want that to happen to Eiko because she knows how that happened to her. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're using her, you'll get an opportunity to change your players, your party and stuff. You'll be forced to, rather. Yeah. Huh. And Zorn and Thorn, there they are bickering. And yeah, so islands can only be extracted properly without killing the summoner when they turn 16, I guess. Is that ever explained? I don't know if that's ever explained, but Kuja wants an Eidolon that's more powerful than Alexander to challenge Garland. And he's willing to go after any given summoner to acquire that Eidolon. And yes, there is an Eidolon innate with Eiko. Kuja knows this and wants it. And what's Mog doing? No, we're about to find out. And yes, the Moogle protected Eiko from getting the Eidolon extracted from Eiko, because the Eidolon that was innate in Eiko pretty much took the form of Mog, but was kind of disguised. So now Eiko can use this Eidolon, as you'll see. And yeah. So here we are. Terra homing. And holy crap. Yeah. So this is the holy summon you get in the game. You don't get Alexander, you get this beast. It's Medine. Or Maduin from Final Fantasy VI. So they put that in the game, yeah. So good little throwback there. It's weird that they call it Medine instead of Maduin, but whatever. Yeah, wow. There you go. Is it a very powerful Eidolon? Not really. Bahamut is a lot better. A lot of Eidolons are actually much better. The best one is Adamus, because that will do damage based on the target's hit points and based on your hit points or something like that. The algorithm for it is or the formula that calculates damage from it for it is way better than other Eidolons. Also, an Eidolon's power depends on how many jewels you have of that Eidolon. Where with Medine, it just has a base and flat attack power. Where if you had a whole bunch of Paradots, Ramu will be really, really powerful. If you have a lot of Topazes, Ifrit will be extremely powerful, and so on and so forth. So I mean, if you have a lot of Garnets, Bahamut can do 9999 on everything pretty much. So, and it's non-elemental. So, yeah. If I were to use Eidolons in this game, which I never really do because I don't really need to, I would definitely use either Adamus or Bahamut. Yeah, and Zidane has no idea what Kuj is talking about, but yeah. But Kuja finally learns about trance because, well, Mog was very, very stressed out and really wanted to protect Eiko, so it went into a trance. So, yeah, so if you didn't, yeah, so one of your players will be replaced with Eiko here, because you fight. Because we're about to fight Zorn and Thorn's true forms. Yeah, we're about to fight Zorn and Thorn's true forms here. The true form. And you do it with Zidane and Eiko and two other players that randomly join you. So if you had Vivi, then he'll be swapped out for someone else. So, which is fine, I didn't really care. I just forgot you couldn't go into the menu before this fight, so it might struggle a little bit, but whatever. So here is Zorn and Thorn. Here's their true form, the Melted Gemini. And the first thing it'll do is it will inflict virus on your players. Or one of the first things it does is inflict virus on your players. I would not worry about that at all. The only thing that virus does is it prevents you from gaining XP and AP. It can be cured with a vaccine. I would not worry about it. If you're using magic, you can use the mini spell that Eiko has, and you can inflict mini on it, which will reduce its attack power by quite a bit. Yeah. And the viral smoke does a lot of damage too. And there you go, you steal vaccines from it. Fortunately, our attacks are pretty powerful, so So the melted Gemini should be able to go down pretty quickly. And again, everyone has fire, so I don't care who lives, I don't care who's alive after this fight. You don't get XP from fights anyway, from bosses anyways, you just get AP. So. And money, obviously. You still get money from enemies, even if you are hit with virus. So I wouldn't even worry about... curing the virus at all. You can just do it after the fight. You can just buy vaccines, I think in Nesto Gaza, and you'll be perfectly fine. So don't even worry about it. Yeah, see? No one gets any AP, but you get money and you get items after the fights. It doesn't really matter. And if you're playing at very low levels, like if you're attempting a level 1 challenge, you're gonna need to find ways to defeat enemies where you don't get XP. Getting your players virused is one of those methods. So, fortunately, unfortunately, it's really late in the game. So you have to turn enemies to stone or run from them or other stuff, whatever, in order to not gain any XP. I'm never going to do a level 1 challenge in this game. I enjoy it too much. I will, however, try to speedrun this game for sure. So. And yeah, and all the black mages in the village, they all realized that Kuja lied to them, and Vivi could have stopped them, and Vivi just feels so distraught by the entire thing that he just wants to sit along with the now very depressed black mages of the village. However, we have now rescued Hilda, who apparently was holding her captive, but from the looks of it, looks like he was spoiling her a little bit. And guess what? It's time for more plot. Hooray. So, yeah. And apparently Sid's been following us right on. Yes, so this is Hilda, this is Sid's wife, who he was unfaithful with, and Hilda, oh man, apparently Hilda was so mad that she changed him into a frog. Or into an Oglop, and then he got changed into a frog from the potions. Yeah. So now we're going to get a whole bunch of plot dumping, like we usually do when we go back to Limblum. Limblum is definitely the city of plot in this game. So Hilda's going to tell us about Sid here. Or about Kuja. Tell us about Kuja to Sid. But you'll realize that Kuja had a goal. Kuja's goal was twofold, and his motives are extremely, yeah. So, and yes, we were there to take back the airship and to save Hilda. But Sid knows better than to say that the airship had anything to do with it, because yeah, turned into a hedgehog pie. Well, Sid knows all about that. He had to grab a key from that hedgehog pie's cave or cage in the desert palace. So it's pretty funny. And yeah, so human Sid is still used to making oglop and frog sounds. So whatever. But all's made right. I do like that music that they played. The music they played there was really cool. Music in this game is just amazing in general. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. So anyways, so here we are in the guest room again. We gotta go to the conference room. And apparently Zidane was dreaming of Garnet doing who knows what kind of things to him that he really wants her to do to him. I've been recording for a half hour. Do I go through all this plot? No, I'm not gonna go through all this plot now. Okay, so next video, warning, next video is gonna contain plot, about 10 minutes of it, just letting you know. And it's going to contain side questing. So if you don't like plot and you don't like side questing, don't watch the next video. But if you do enjoy plot, or at least me talking about the plot, and if you enjoy watching me do a whole bunch of side questing that you don't really need to do, especially in my position where I can just fly through the rest of the game, now that Amaranth can just beat everything down to the ground, then tune in next time. Alright. Take care, everybody.